Okay, hi. So, I just got back. I look like a drowned rat, so probably gonna go wash my hair, or at least change my clothes after this because I'm still wet from the rain outside. I got my drink and I got my yarn for a project that I have yet to tell you about. It'll be fun, it'll be exciting. I don't know, maybe you guys will be excited to see it. But basically, I created a pattern a few months ago, back in like November, and it was a Wicked inspired pattern. So I created a whole graph for this sweater that I was going to crochet. And I crocheted it. I finished it. It's all done. I should probably go grab it and show you, but I'll do that in a little bit. Um, but I created this grid and it's a perfect sweater pattern. It's very warm. It's everything you could hope for out of a sweater. The only problem was that when Wicked came out here in Texas, it was still like 80 to 90 degrees. So it was still hot. So I was struggling wearing it um, to the movies whenever I went with my mom and my sister and my friend. And I wore it to the movies twice. So I was committed. Um, but then it got colder, a little later. And I haven't worn it since, obviously, because it's very niche. I'll show you it and you'll understand as soon as you see it. But it's very much a niche sweater. And I was like, okay, cool. But then Wicked is coming in the summer, in like June or July or something like that. And my sister was like, "Are you gonna wear your sweater?" And I looked at her and I was like, "Aren't we going like in the middle of the summer in Texas?" And she was like, "Oh, yeah." So it's not exactly ideal since the temperatures will likely be in the high 90s to like 100s. Um, so the only solution, obviously, is to make another one, but not a sweater this time. Just like some sort of like t-shirt, cardigan, something, you know. My thought initially was to make it out of cotton, but then I remembered that bamboo yarn exists, and I had the thought to look at it and see if they had any colors that like work for what I'm trying to do, and they sure did. So I had a coupon at like $10 off at Michael's, and then they had a discount that was going already. It was like 20% off of everything. So I went ahead and I ordered some yarn, as usual. But these are the colors I chose. So first, we're gonna start with the classics, right? We got black and we've got white, and it's the Loops and Threads Silky Soft. And I've seen people post about this online, and I know that they like hate it and they're like, it's the worst thing to work with, but I don't think I've had that experience. I really, really do like it. So this is my main color palette because Glinda and Elphaba, obviously. So those two are staples. I think I got two of each of them. I don't actually know if I'm gonna need two though, because I started crocheting already. See, I just wanted to get this going. But I'll show you how far I've gotten. And I'll be sure to put like a picture of my graph scan so you can see what the idea is. This is how far we are. It's a little top heavy because of the stitch markers. But this is the start of Glinda. This is Elphaba. It's got holes in it, obviously, because that's just how it works up. And I'm doing rows of half double crochets and then double crochets, switching them off. So I'm hoping that'll look good for when I actually get to the details part of the program. But those details don't happen until like I'm really far into this project. So wish me luck, you know? But it's not too crazy. It's got some, like, it's not too thick. It's pretty thin. It's very airy because of all the holes in it. I'm trying to decide what I might wear underneath it if I need to when I go to the musical. So we'll see about that. But that's the start. I've already started it. I think this is like 6 rows in almost. I think it's a 100 row pattern, like 100 stitches across 100 rows. Pretty sure is what I created on Stitch Fiddle. But then I got, as I throw it, I threw the yarn. Don't worry about it. I got this pink because it's very Glinda-y, but it's gonna be used for like the rest of whatever I'm making, whether it's a shirt or a cardigan or whatever, because my actual pattern only has black, white, green, a little bit of red, and some peach. And this is the peachy color that I got. See, it's a little bit different from the pink. Look at that. This is more skin tone. This is more pink pink. Okay? So I got these. And then I got this for the green, which is about as close as I could get to Elphaba's green, for the Broadway musical logo. That's what I was basing my Stitch Fiddle off of, by the way, in case you were wondering. But this is about as close as I could get. This green is very pretty, and the yarn is so soft and shiny. I'm just very excited to see how this works up. And then this is the red I got for the tiny section of red that's gonna be on the sweater because it's Elphaba's lips. Oops, sorry not sorry, I guess. I'll use it again. This is Loops and Threads Silky Soft, right? And I was watching a review video of it yesterday, and I saw that there's this other brand called Trueboo. I think it's from Lion Brand. That it's similar, like it's like the same thing basically. It's still like rayon from bamboo or whatever. And they had a few more color options, so I think I got the pink and the green from there as well, so that I can see what I think about them when they get here. Worst case scenario, I just use the red and that other pink to create something cute. Plus I'll probably have like leftover white and leftover black. This yarn doesn't seem to be going away very fast, so here's hoping that it lasts a while. But if it doesn't, I can always go get more. It's just at Michael's, so it's not a big deal. But I am pretty excited about this. Here's my infamous hook that is in my logo. It's very cute. It's my favorite. It's Ghostface. The yarn asks you to use a 4mm. This is a 4.5, and I feel like it wouldn't be any different if I used a 4. Especially since my tension is always so tight anyway, I feel like I should be sizing up a little bit. The tension being tight is really good when you're creating like blankets and sweaters out of like velvet or chenille yarn, but it's not always great when you're using like a yarn that's less forgiving. But I do feel like this is going to be pretty good because it has some nice stretch. Like, I like it. It's not bad. So, and it's like what I always do with all of my yarns. It says to wash cold and then lay flat to dry, which is, I always do that. So, should be good to go on that one. But let me go get the sweater so I can show you what it actually looks like. BRB. Okay. We've got her. She's huge. She's heavy. You can hear it. I think. That's my guess. So this is the back. There you go. You can kind of see all of it. She's cute. All right. I love her. I was a little iffy on the sleeves, but I kind of love them. They're so unique, you know? And I tried to make it so that they were a little airy with these holes. It was still hot. So, you know, you'll live and you'll learn. Maybe if Wicked comes in the winter, sometime. But this is the front, and you can see how I'm starting. But she's gorgeous. She's a queen. I just can't wear this in the summer, obviously, for obvious reasons. So that's my goal, is to basically create this. I'm going to try and make it easier because initially with this one, I just created 2 panels, and then I did like some rectangles for the shoulders. I kind of want to do like a gradual decrease to do the shoulders on each side. So we'll see what happens with that. Because I kind of don't want it to be so boxy, because it was really hard. If you can't tell, it was really hard for me to fill in that space that was there. So my goal is to get through at least the first panel and then see what I can do about the shoulders and make sure I write it down as I go, and then I can do it on the same, like on the back as well. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do for the back, like if it's going to be a shirt or if it's going to be like a cardigan. Maybe this will be the back, and maybe I'll do some like cute little design or something on the front, if I do like a little cardigan type thing. Anyway, we'll see what happens. If I do that, I could always wear it with like a tank top underneath, and it would be cute and themed. It would need to be like a nice tank top though, because it's like Broadway on tour, so you still want to kind of dress up a little bit. And I know my sister and my mom and my cousin are probably all going to dress up, so yeah. But anyway, this is her. We love her. She's great. I have my process for making this on my I think it's my coffee shop, which I should link on my YouTube. So I'm gonna do that when I'm done with this. But I have that, and it's interesting because I had just posted my sweater being finished, and I'll attach pictures of me wearing it. I'm not going to put it on right now because it's too hot for that. But I posted pictures of me wearing it in a Facebook group and a subreddit. Well, initially I posted pictures of just the sweater, flat. And then people were like, no, we need to see you wearing it. And I was like, okay, fine. So I found the time to put it on and model it, basically. And then I posted those pictures. And both times I posted, everyone in the comments was like, oh my gosh, do you have a pattern? Do you have a pattern? I need to make this. I need to make this so bad. And I was like, I don't have a pattern, you know? I was like, I could, you know, give you access to my grid if you're willing to pay like a few dollars, you know, because I spent a lot of hours working on my grid. And my other grid. It's 2 grids. I spent a lot of time working on both of my grids. And you know, I believe in paying people for their graphs, even if the graph seems like it wasn't a lot of work, because it was a lot of work. Making sure that everything worked out to the right amount of squares and everything is hard. Okay, I was like, yeah, sure, that's fine. I'll try and figure something out, you know, because they were all asking, and I'm not a pro. Like I've never written a pattern before in my life, so I was like, okay, I'll try. But I did add a little disclaimer into my PDF that I put up for sale on my coffee shop, because I was like, just so you know, like this is not like a pattern. Like I'm not writing it like a pattern. I'm mostly just giving you my process and access to my grids so that you can use them to create something similar. But if you follow all of my steps, obviously, like it'll probably look basically the same as mine. And there even was this one content creator on Instagram, whose mom had seen the pattern and like bought it from my coffee shop and then made her daughter like a sweater out of it, like within just a few days of purchasing it. And then she posted it on Instagram and tagged me, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so crazy. That's so cool. So it was kind of fun having that experience. I've never had anything like that before, where people were like, "Oh, this is from kaythxbaii," you know. So that was exciting. Um, but yeah, so obviously the pinks don't match. This is a very bright pink, and this one is not quite that pink. But I think it'll be kind of nice to have a toned down, um, more airy type of piece that I could wear just whenever, because this sweater I definitely cannot wear whenever. It is a statement, and any time I saw anyone while I was wearing it, they were like, "Oh my gosh, you should sell those. Oh my gosh, look at her sweater." Like literally I was walking into the theater for the second showing that I went to with it, and I was dying. It was crazy. But I was walking up the stairs and like all the theater lights were on, which is not something I'm used to at like Cinemark. So, because this is a different theater chain. Or maybe it's not a chain. I think it is a chain though. But I was walking up the steps and all I could hear from the right while I was walking up to my seat was, "Oh my gosh, do you see her sweater? Oh my gosh, look at her sweater. It's amazing." I'm not trying to say like, "Oh yeah, people were obsessed." No, I just was like, "What the heck? It's just a sweater." But then I thought about it and I was like, I shouldn't be thinking about it like that because I spent so much time on this. I spent 3 weeks working on this sweater. I was still working. I was still playing video games because I love to play video games. So I was still doing both of those, but I was crocheting whenever I wasn't doing either of those things. And when I wasn't sleeping, obviously. But there were times I stayed up a little too late because I was crocheting the sweater. So I spent like 3 weeks working on this off and on throughout the end of October till uh, November-ish. I think I started it the day after Halloween or the day of Halloween or something like that. But I had a good time. I enjoyed working on it. It was exciting. It was fun. Um, and now I'm making another version, which is so soft. I actually love how soft this yarn is and how shiny it is. It's so pretty. That is my goal here. So you're seeing the intro, you're seeing the beginning. I have only made it 6 rows into it. I will put the grid somewhere, probably over here by the window, so you can see what it looks like for reals, just on the grid, just on the computer. And I'll link my coffee if you guys are interested in seeing um, the pattern, if you're interested in supporting me that way or whatever. You don't have to. It's not an expectation or anything like that. I wasn't expecting anyone to buy it anyway, and the fact that anyone even did, I was like, whoa, this is crazy, you know. I've never actually sold anything. I've I've made a few things for my friend because she asked, and honestly, I kind of wish I had recorded myself making the sable hat because it's so funny, so like intricate and so good. Like I feel like I did such a good job with that. Like I want my own sable hat, but also I would not probably wear it. um, and I'll show a picture of the hat too, so you can see what it looks like. But yeah, I am very excited to create this wicked wearable something. It'll be something. I haven't figured that out quite yet. All I know is I am creating the first grid panel, and then I will figure out where I'm going from there. So you guys are here early on the journey, and it'll be fun. I am very excited to get this going. I'll probably just post videos of my progress along the way. Maybe someday I'll do like a long form video of me putting everything together. Um, like from start to finish, like with this video and then the other videos that I'll probably make along the way. But odds are I'll at least just post progress videos as I go. And I will take videos of me stitching it up, obviously, because we love to watch crochet while we're crocheting. We all know this. So I'll probably do that as well. But yeah, thanks for taking the journey with me to go get my drinky and to, you know, get my yarn. And thank you for listening to me ramble about this monstrosity. I used so many different yarns. I used fuzzy yarn. This is Juicy Couture. This is Juicy Couture. These are from Chanel, just Chanel, from Premier. And then the red velvet that I used for her lips is Bernat, and so is the the blush color for Glinda's face. I think those are the only different colors. Yeah. So anyway, my little wicked coffee shop pattern, it doesn't really have an exact explanation of how I did the sleeves. I was really kind of just playing around, and at one point I tried to do hearts. That's why you see this part. They kind of look like hearts, but not really. Like, I don't think it really works with the fluffy yarn. But because I did it on that side, I had to do it on the other side. So I just made sure that the sleeves are exactly the same on both sides. And yeah, I mean, if you are interested in it, you can find out more from my little pattern on coffee. Um, but also, if you have any questions, like, you can just ask me. I will let you know. Don't you worry. Because I don't know, I'm not trying to gatekeep anything. I'm just here. I'm just me. I'm just crocheting. And that's pretty much it. So, if you stuck out this video, thank you for watching. And if you liked it, maybe just, like it, subscribe if you want to see more from me. I am very new to this, but I feel like it's okay. I feel like it's okay to be new. I feel like it's all good. And like, we're all learning together anyway. Crochet is always a learning practice. We're always learning. We're always improving. We're always doing better. So I feel like I picked the right craft because it's very forgiving, it's very fun, it's very anxiety reducing, stress reducing, and my life tends to be pretty anxious and stressful. So this is my outlet outside of video games, you know. So I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, thanks. Bye.